As you all know, Google Gemini, since the launch of Gemini 3 Pro, has become one of the top AI models, as good as ChatGPT and Claude. But if you want to get the most out of Gemini, you have to be using Gemini Gems. You created Gemini Gems, Lisa. What are they? How would you describe Gemini Gems?
So Gemini Gems are custom versions of Gemini that you can create for your specific use case. Everybody knows that LLMs today are really powerful, but the key problem that they all have is that they lack context. So what ends up happening is that as people use these LLMs repeatedly over and over, they're just entering in the information that's needed to make sure that the LLM gives out the right answer. Whether it's your role, your company's strategy, your writing style, the history of your product, you're constantly having to type this in again and again, and that's a little bit of a pain in the ass. So you can think of Gemini Gems as the difference between a general contractor versus a master craftsman. Standard Gemini or standard LLMs, they're kind of like your general contractor. They're super powerful, really capable, but you're gonna have to give them detailed instructions every time you hire them, and you have to give them your project's blueprints. Compare this to the Gemini Gem. It's kind of like a specialist, your master craftsman. It already knows everything about your house. It understands your preferences, understands where all those little pieces of your furniture are. So when you ask it for something, they can craft the exact thing for you without having to be retold all of the basics. So Gemini Gems, it's a little tool that you can create inside Gemini. It holds all of your context. It keeps your personalized tone and style, and it's really tailored to your specific use case.
I think that's the important thing is you can create so many different ones. You can create, people have been talking about a personal CTO. You can create a coding gem. You could create a writing style gem. What are the most important gems for product managers to create?
Well, gosh, I think there's 3 must-have gems for every product manager. Let's call them the writing clone, the product strategy advisor, and the user research synthesizer. So on the writing clone, one of the key jobs of PMs is to communicate all day, every day to lots and lots of people with different contexts. So what you can do here is create a gem that sounds like you to help you accelerate those communication tasks. What you could do is upload your key files, like your PRDs, maybe some of your emails, some of your team Slacks, and then you can have a version of Gemini that sounds like you to create those nice first drafts. The second gem is something that can help partner with you to be a strategic partner in your thinking process. So think of this as your product strategy advisor. You can include things like your company's strategy documents, market positioning, go to market, and give it some competitor analysis. Then it can be a little thought partner for you as you're thinking through different decisions and helps you think through maybe some angles that you hadn't thought about before.
For my money, the most important new skill for every product manager, whether they're an AI product manager or not, is AI prototyping. And Lisa even touches on it in this episode. The PRD used to be a 10-page document. Now we're sending an AI prototype along with a 1-page spec aligned with it. The problem with most AI prototyping tools is they're not purpose-built for product managers. They're built for founders or aspiring vibe coders. Realistically, you need a tool purpose-built for product managers. And that is today's sponsor, Reforge Build. Reforge Build is purpose-built by the team that knows product managers better than anyone, Reforge. Brian Balfour himself is going in there and making sure that it takes your design system, it helps you create divergent ideas, and it helps you get the most out of your AI prototyping tool. So use code BUILD to get a discount, use Akash's bundle to get a full year free, and click on the link in description below and go check it out. That helps support the podcast, and supporting Reforge Build helps support the Reforge ecosystem. With that, back to today's episode with Lisa. I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.